In this last video, I'm going to be showing you how to fill in your map key and legend that we made from the last video. So I'm going to show you how to do one complete exhibit, and then you're just going to repeat those steps for the remaining exhibits, the remaining 16. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to highlight the first 4 cells. Okay, this right here is going to be the color that is going to match the color that I used for the exhibit on my map. So I like to start with all of the animal exhibits first, the 10 animal exhibits. So I use this color purple, so I'm going to go to the paint bucket. I'm going to fill it the color purple. Next, what I'm going to do while it's still highlighted, I'm going to go over to the border button. I'm going to click the one where that's the outside border, and I'm going to make sure that my line thickness is 3 lines. Okay, so far, your first box should look exactly like this. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to need to put my image, my picture that I used on my blueprint on my key and legend. So instead of having to go back to Google and find those images, I'm just going to click on the image. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste it, and I will have to resize it because it does not fit in my box. So I'm going to have to make it small, and I'm going to drag it so it fits into my box. Now, I do not want anything hanging over, so if your picture has to be really small, it just has to be really small. Okay, so make sure that none of your body parts or anything are hanging over your color box. And then the last thing I need to do for my animal exhibit is type in the actual name of the exhibit. To do this, I'm just going to start my first box, and whenever I named my exhibit, so this exhibit I named Great Cats. I am going to want to make sure that I capitalize everything correctly because they are titles. Okay, so when I click back into that box, I have to do some formatting to this. First thing that I want to do is I want to highlight all of the white boxes that are remaining next to my purple, and I want to merge and center. So I want to click the merge button, and I want to go to center. I also want to wrap the text because some of my exhibits may be long and they may run off into the next boxes. So for them to fit, I want to go down to this text wrap button. It's the line with the arrow next to it. I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to say wrap text, which is going to be the middle option where it says wrap. I'm going to click on that. I want to also make my text bold. I want to make it size 12 font, but I also want my title Great Cats to be in the center of my box. Okay, so that means height-wise, I want it to be in the middle. So in order to do this, I'm going to go to this button that is my vertical align button. It has an arrow pointing down with a line. I'm going to click on the arrow, and I want to go to the middle option. Okay, so it's in the middle. All right, if you're not sure how to do that, I'll show you how to do one more. So this one right here is my elephant trail. So remember, I'm going to highlight my 4 boxes. I'm going to make them the same color that I did before. I want to make sure that I have my border that is going to be thick. Then I want to go over to my picture. I want to copy it. I want to paste it. And don't forget, I have to resize it. And when you're resizing, make sure that you're always going from the center. The corners, don't go from the left and the right. Always go from the corner. Then in this box, my title is Elephant Trail, capitalized properly. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all of my white boxes remaining. I am going to merge and center. I want to take my text. I want to wrap it. I want to make it bold. I want to make it size 12. And I want to do a middle aligned. So I would do this for all of my exhibits. So at the end, I will have a complete product that looks like this. Okay, so some of your exhibits that are long, this is why we're doing the wrap text. So they go on to 2 lines instead of just 1 line that goes into another exhibit. Okay, again, if you're not sure about these directions and you don't remember if you're supposed to merge or wrap or bold, direction number 14 on my website has the specific requirements. Please make sure that you have all the requirements before you turn this into Classroom. And once you are finished, you are all done with this portion of the project, and you can move on to the next portion.